Hi everyone, welcome to Abdelitics. If this is the first time you are watching my video, subscribe, like and share. For those of you who have been watching and have forgotten to subscribe, remember to subscribe, like and share. My name is Abdel Rauf Yesufu. Today we are going to look at this travel agency dashboard. It's a very simple one. I'll make the data available for anyone who wants to practice and make it even better. You can add as many pages as you want, as many visuals as you want. Now I came out with just 2 pages, and let's quickly look at those. Okay, so on the overview page we have the revenue, we have the number of travelers, we have the number of bookings, and on this side we have the conversion rate. I'm going to show you how this was also done. We have the agent performance here, we have the revenue trend, and that can also be displayed by month, and then we have by day, and then for each one of them you can see that we highlight the highest and the lowest. Okay, so on this side we have the revenue by package type, down here revenue by country, we have the top 5 most preferred destinations, and we have the most preferred mode of payment. On the second page, which is for booking, we have the number of bookings here, we have completed booking and their rate, we have the pending booking, the cancelled one. Here we have the best customer, we have down here the list of our bookings, we have the bookings by page package type, and then the bookings by membership level. Okay, so let's get started. So I have my data already loaded here. So we have the booking, and as things are, it doesn't look like we need to make any change here for now. Let's go to customers. We have the list of customers here, we have the destinations, we have agent image. Okay, so for this let me just use the first row as headers. So we have the agent name and the image, and here we have the payment mode. Also we need to use the first rows as headers. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting one. Remember to subscribe, like and share. So let's close this and apply. After that, what we need to do is to check if our relationships are okay. So let's wait a bit for it to load. Okay, so we have it loaded now. So let me go to the model view and see if everything is okay here. So we have the agent image linked to the booking by agent name. What we could have also done was just to create agent ID here and here, and then just link them. Okay, so for customers, we have customer ID also linked to the customer ID down here. We have destination also linked to the booking, and then for payment mode we need to look at the payment method. So we can just link these two, then I'll click save. It's not the best, it's not. Let's look at this again. Yeah, so we have string here, we have string here as well. What I could have done was to just create a payment ID where we have integer, and then merge it and link the two tables. I've done a lot of this in some of my videos, but in this I just want to make it very simple and a short video for all of us to just learn quickly. Okay, so let me just click save here. and then we are good. Now the next table that we need to create is the calendar table. Okay, so let me click new table here. Okay, so for my new table, I'm creating a calendar table. So what I'll do here is to reference the booking date, and I'll do the same thing for this one down here. Okay, so this is going to give us the date for the entire year. I think we have only 1 year, which is 2023. Okay, so let's go back to the model view, and then in the model view, what I need to do is to just link the booking date to the date here. Then we also have some other date which I could link, but for now let's leave it as it is. Okay, so I'm having an issue here. Let me check. Okay, and also the reason why I have the issue, I think the date has some time. Let's go back here and see how we can resolve this. So let's go to the booking date. So here I only want to maintain the date. So I'll just click here, not right click, just left click, then I'll select date, add it as a new step. Yeah, okay, so let's close and apply. And then we come back here again, so booking date to date, and then we click save. So that should be able to resolve our issue. If you want to use the date, what you should have done was just to split it so that you can have the date and have the time separate. Okay, so let's go ahead and start visualizing our data. Now what I want to do to make it faster, I'm going to bring in all the measures so that we can just focus on the visuals, and we'll be looking at the measures as and when we are using them. Okay, so let me create a table first where I'll keep all my KPIs or measures or metrics, and then I'll click load. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. There will be more videos. There will also be training locally. I have already closed the first batch for my training. I'm also going to give more details about that. Okay, so let me bring in all my measures. Okay, so now we have all the metrics here. I'm doing this just to make sure we can save some time. I'll be showing some of them so that it is easier for you to replicate. Okay, so what we need to do first is to bring in the images that I created for the background. So let's go here. We go to canvas background. We browse. So I'll go to images and icons. So I have one for overview. Then it's not going to show until we set the transparency to 0. So we have this here now. So quickly, let's add the booking. We add the overview rather. So let's go to the revenue. Click the revenue. If you look at the revenue here, it's just a simple measure calculating the total cost. Okay, so let me just remove the background, make this smaller, change the value to 25, the color to white, the category label to will also be white. Okay, so we bring it here. Okay, so the next thing we need to do, let's just copy and paste this twice. So here is going to be the number of travelers, so that's customers, and then this is going to be the number of booking. So we go and select bookings. Okay, so for booking also, you can see we are just counting the number of rows in the booking table. For customers, I did the same thing for customers. So this is counting the number of customers, the number of rows in the customer table. Okay, so our first, here we are going to look at the conversion rate. So let's look at the conversion rate here. You can see, so I'm dividing the booking, the completed booking by the total number of bookings. So let's look at the completed booking. When you look at it here, what is it saying? Is only filtering the entire number of booking by the status completed. So we have that, and then to calculate the conversion rate, what we did was just to use the bookings completed and divide it by the total number of booking. Okay, so we are going to look at this gauge chart. So I'll bring in this. Okay, so for that, this is what I created for each one of them. When you look at the gauge chart 1, CG1, 0.2, second one, 0.2, they are all 0.2. Okay, so that's 20%. So I'm going to add each one of them. Okay, so I'll quickly format this. I'll take out the title. I'll take out the legend. I'll go to y-axis, remove the title. I'll go to x-axis, remove the values. Okay, so we have something like this. Now I'll go to background, turn it off, resize this, and I'll put it here. Now I need some space here. So what I'll do is to go to the x-axis, change the minimum to minus 0.3. Something like this, so I can get some space here. Okay, so what I need to do next is to go to bars. So for 5, I have a color I'm using here. Let's try this and see. No, not this color. Okay, so I'll use something that is a bit darker for the 5, and then for 4, I'll use the same color, just that I'll make it a bit brighter. Okay, and then for the next one, 3, I'll select this and go back to it, a bit lighter. I'll go to 2, like this, and then the last one is GC1. I'll make it, sorry, I need to choose this first, then a bit brighter. Okay, so something like this. Now I need to show the percentage. So this is what I did for that. I went to reference line, I added one line, and it's going to be a constant line to enable this. So we'll go to our formatting side. I'll select the conversion rate, and then I'll click OK. So you can see it's somewhere showing, indicating the percentage. So let's enable the data label. You can see 70.5. So what I want to do is to take out the decimal places. So it's 71. I'll change the color to something like this. Then I'll do the same thing for the line as well. Then I'll change the line style to solid. Look at it. So this is nice. Okay, and I'm going to bring the conversion rate as well. What is it? The conversion rate card somewhere here. Take out this, change this one to 15, resize it, then I can put it somewhere here. I'll go to the size and style and turn off the background. So this is this, something like this. Okay, so we can now put maybe a text box down there to show conversion rate. Okay, so let me make it a bit bigger. Okay, so we put it here. Okay, and then turn off the background. So we are good here. Now the next one we need to do is to show the to work on the revenue trend. Okay, so what do I need? I need a line and clustered column chart. So I'll bring it down here. This is going to be here. Okay. Okay, so I'll do the day one first. So first of all, I'll select revenue. We are done with the gauge chart. First of all, I'll select revenue, and then I'll come down to my calendar and select the weekday. Okay, so you can see from Monday to Sunday. If it's not well arranged from Monday to Sunday, what you need to do is to select the weekday. I've done that in many of my videos. And then what you do is to come to sort by column and select weekday number, which means that you are sorting the weekday by weekday number. And I did the same thing for month as well. You select month and then sort it by month number. Okay, so we are back here. Now what I want to do is to put my revenue on the y-axis, okay, for the line, and let's format this quickly. So what I need to do is I'll take out the title. I'll go to x-axis. I'll take out the title as well there. I'll go to y-axis. I'll take out the title as well as the values. Okay, now what I want to do is to go to the line itself and then change its type to be smooth. Okay, so this is what we have for the day. Now we need to show the maximum and the minimum. We'll put some markers there, and then we'll also show some bars. Okay, but before then, let me change the color to our color. Okay, so now for that, I have also done something similar in some of my videos. So for that, I have the min max revenue daily. So you can see it's picking the maximum value. It's also picking the minimum value here. And if the revenue is equal to the minimum value, it shows the minimum value. Else, if it is equal to the maximum value, it shows the maximum value. Otherwise, it shows blank. And it is the same thing I use for bar. I copied and pasted and just changed the name. Okay, so let's go back to our visual here. So what I need to do for the column, I'll use the min max revenue daily bar. Okay, so you can see it's showing here, and then I'll bring it again for the column under the revenue here. So this is coming down here. Okay, the reason why I did that, let me remove it. You can see it's not showing anything here, but when I bring it back, you can see we have our markers here. Okay, so let's go and do a bit of formatting. Number one, I need to take out the legend. Okay. Two, I need to resize the columns. So I want the column to be smaller. So therefore I'll make this one 60, something like this. And the color will be this color, just that we'll set the transparency to something like 80. 80 is okay. Very good. Now I'll change this markers. So let's go to our markers here. I'll go to that of min max, enable it, and then I'll resize it to 10. Okay, then I'll change the color to something like this. No, something like this. Okay, so I can even make it bigger. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so I think we are good here now for the daily trend. So I want to show the amount. So let's go to data label. In data label, because we don't want to show it for all of them, let me first go to that of the bar. Okay, I'll go to revenue. I also turn that off. So we only have this left now. This should be okay. So let me copy and paste this. And then I'll now change them to reflect that of the month. Okay, so for weekday, we are going to use the month. Okay, that's number 1. And for min max revenue daily is going to be min max revenue bar for the column. And then this also is going to be min max revenue. Okay, now let's do a bit of formatting here. So what we need to do is to go to our markers. Okay, so for markers, I'll go to revenue, make sure it's off, then I'll go to min max revenue. I think it's on, so let's resize it to be 10. We change the color to be something like this, and then we go to the data label. We make sure that of the bar is off. Then we have this here. Okay, so now I don't want this to show here on this side, so I'll just change the color to be white. The reason why I'm changing the color to be white, let's go and see what I'm trying to do here. When you get here and you take off the value, look at what it is doing. So when you turn it off, it is okay. So let me change the color to be white. I'll do the same thing for this also. So I'll come here, do like I'm enabling it. I'll enable it again, then I'll come here, I'll set this to white. Okay, so now let's bring in our bookmark. So let me go here. Okay, so we have the bookmark already I created. So I added M and then D, M format, D for daily. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. This is for day and this is for month. Okay, so that of the month is going to be on top. So therefore, let me use month. I will hide it and show. So here, when the person click month, selected visuals and update. Now when the person click D, I want to hide this. To be able to do that, I need to bring in my selection pin. So I'll now do what? I'll select. I'll make sure it's selected. It's already selected. I'll click here to hide it. Then I'll go just to make sure it's selected here. I'll go to D and update. So when I click M, it shows. When I click D, it goes off. Okay, so we are done with our bookmark. So what I need to do now is to insert buttons, and then I go to navigator, then I go to bookmark navigator. Okay, so what I want to do now is to resize this and put it here. Now let's try and see if it's working. Control M, Control D, Control M, Control D. Okay, so Control M, just to make sure I bring it back to where it's supposed to be. So it's going to be here. Okay, so I'll just put this on top here. Okay, so let me quickly format this. I don't want the border to show. I want the accent bar, and by default the accent bar should be this color. And what I want to do is, when it is selected, I'll go to the fill color, should be this color. Okay, so let me click here, let me click here. So I think we are done with this side. Now the next one is just a minute. Okay, so the next one is the revenue by package type. So let's do that quickly. So I'll bring in my donut chart. Let me quickly copy this and paste and put it here. So this is going to be revenue trend. Okay, so for this we are going to use the revenue by package type. So let me just search package type. So we have revenue by package type. So let's do a bit of formatting here also. So what I'm going to do is to turn off the legend. For this I want to increase the inner radius, so to be 80. Okay, and then for the detail labels I will show only the category and the percentage of total. And then here when you come, just a minute. Okay, so let's now go here and change this color. So number 1 will take this, number 2 will take this, number 3 will take this, and number 4 will take this. So we have this now, and I don't want this decimal places. So let's go to detail labels, percentage decimal places should be 0. Okay, so very good. So we have our revenue by package type now. Okay, so let me resize this to be 12. Okay, now the next one is the revenue by country. I've also done something similar in some of my videos. Guys, remember to subscribe, like, and share. Okay, so let's go back here. For this I use the shape map. Okay, so I'll bring that here. Okay, and what I did was to bring in the revenue. Where is it? So we have the revenue. Okay, so what I did next was to just go here, use the custom map, and browse to where I have the map JSON. Okay, so I'll click open. So we have it here. Now I'll go to customer and select countries. So we have them here. Let's format it. So map settings, I want it to be like this. Okay, I'll go to the zoom, auto zoom, zoom on selection. Then I'll go to fill color. I'm going to use this color and then this for the minimum. Okay, and in the blank areas I'll show white, and the borders will be this color. We can use this. So, okay, now we'll bring in the table. Let me resize this title to be 12. So now let's bring in our table. So I'll select this table. Okay, and the table has country, number 1. It has revenue, number 2. And when you look at it here, it has the spark line and also the percentage of each country. Okay, so for that, what I did was to bring in another revenue. So if you look at this revenue too, it's just equal to revenue. So I'll bring that here, and that's what I'm going to use for the percentage. So we have this now. Let's format it. But before the formatting, I'll just right click on revenue, add spark line. Okay, and it's going to ask me, I'll use month number. The month number is just 1, 2, 3, 1 standing for January. Okay, so let's format this. I'll go to size and style, 10 of the background. I'll go to style presets. I'll make it none. Okay, and the next thing to do is to take out the totals. I'll go to grid, 10 of the horizontal grid lines, and for values, no, not values, still in grid, I'll go to border. The first one should be white. Okay, so revenue by, for revenue by month number, we can just select all, right? Maybe spark line SP. That's okay. I'll resize it. Okay, to be something like this. So the second one, let me put the first one here, and then the second one, which is revenue 2, will show the value as percentage of total. Okay, so this is just going to be percentage. Okay, and then for revenue also, let me just change it to rev. We are not showing the column, that is why I'm comfortable changing the names. Okay, so what we want to do is to change the header to white. Column headers, the text color should be white. Okay, so we can hide them, and we'll format the cell element. No, I think it's specific column. Let me see. Revenue. Okay, so display unit, for that I want to be millions, then 2 decimal places. Okay, and then for the percentage, okay, I don't want it to have decimal places, so let me make it 0. Okay, so this look perfect. There's one more thing we need to do. Just a minute. Let me resize the shape map so I can bring in my country here. Resize it once more. So now let's go and format our spark line. So we'll go to specific column. Let me check spark line here. Okay, so we have spark line here, not actually in specific column. We have spark line down here. So what I need to do is to select this color and show markers for only the highest and the lowest. Look at that. And the color will be this. Very good. So we have this done now. I have some space here, so I can afford to play with it. Let me go to grid. I'll go to options, row padding 2, 3. 3 should be fine. Okay, very good. Now the next one is to work on the top 5 most preferred destination. Okay, so top 5 most preferred destination. Let me bring this down here. So let me check. Okay, so we go to destination. First, I'll select revenue. And then we go to destinations. Then we select destination name. Let's format this. The title should be 12. Okay, so we go to x-axis, no title, y-axis, no title, and no value. Okay, because we are going to use the data labels. And also the bars, we give it, let's format it to be something that start from, I'll copy this from here. I think I have the color somewhere here. Let me copy this here. Let's go back. Conditional formatting. I'll paste this. No. Paste this. Should be darker. Okay. And then for this, I'll paste the same thing so that just that I'll make it lighter. Click OK. Then I'll remove the legend. Okay, and then I only want to show the top 5, only top 5. So let me just turn off the background quickly. For the top 5, I'll go to filter. I'll select destination. I'll go to top N. So I'll select filter type top N. So I'll type top 5. Okay, so that will be based on what? It will be based on revenue. So I'll put it here, then say apply. So you can see we have the top 5 here. Then I'll go to data labels. What I'll do is to push that outside and okay. I can make it even resize this. And for the, I want to show the background. For this, the background will be something like this. Okay, so we have this now. This should be fine. So you can resize it to show the amount, or what I can do is to just go back here and then say auto. Yeah, this should be fine. And the value, we can bold it. Okay, so I can hide my filter pane now, and we should be okay. The next one we need to do is the agent performance. Let's look at this. Okay, so let's try and get this done. I'll come back here. What I use is the tile slicer. I'll put it here. Okay, so number 1, what I need to do is to bring in the agent name. So I have agent agent name here. You can also pick the agent name from the booking table. Yeah, because here I split it just to have the agent table separate. Okay, so we have 6 agents. Let's quickly do some formatting. Title out, background off. The layout is going to be single colon, and I'm going to type 6 here because we have 6 of them. Space between them, I want it to be 2, and also I don't want to show the border, and no fill. Now let's go to images. When you get to images, there is image here already. Make sure it is the data category is image URL. So I will now select image. Sorry, I made a mistake. I will now drag and drop image here. You can see it's showing. Here I will make it normal. Okay, I'll position it to the left side and then give it an image size of 20. Okay, so we have this here now. For the bar, what I did was to create a measure. So let's look at revenue bar. There is revenue bar here. Look at it. It gets the maximum value. Divide the revenue by the maximum value and multiply by 12. Okay, and then we get also the contribution of each agent, and that is what is going to show here. So you can see not only the value, you can see the bar, the value, and its contribution. So when you come here, you see the contribution here. So for my value, I pass the value to it. I formatted the value, so you can see my value has been formatted. If it has this number of zeros, if it is greater than this, it should be in billion. If it is greater than this, it should be in million, and so on and so forth. And here I repeated this. Okay, you can also get this by clicking Windows and dot something like that, or you can get it from online. You can get it online. So this was repeated on a number that we have in the repetition variable here. We append the formatted value to it, and I also appended the contribution percentage. Okay, so let's go back here, and what I did was just to go to the call out values. Okay, I came to label, I enabled the label, then I drag and drop the revenue bar. Okay, so you can see it here, but unfortunately it's not arranged in descending order. So what I did is to just bring the revenue into the tooltip so that I can now say go and sort it in descending order, but automatically I get it sorted. So you can see now I can change the labels color to be our color. So you can see it's showing the amount Sarah Johnson got, and then it is also showing the percentage. Okay, this is very useful. Okay, so the next one is to bring in this table showing the payment mode. Okay, so let's just copy and paste this to fast track whatever we are doing. If you have any question, just buzz me on LinkedIn, or you can put it in the comment section down here. Okay, remember to subscribe, like, and share. Okay, so here we need to replace the country by payment mode. So let me go to payment mode, payment mode. Okay, so we have our payment mode here. It's even showing the percentage also. It's showing this, the spark line. And let's add the image. So for payment mode, I also have images. That is if you want to add it. If you don't want to, you can leave it. So let's just add the image here. So you can see the images are here. I'll bring it to the top. Don't worry. So we have the images here. They are too big. So I'll now go to image size. In image size, I'll change this to 25 as height. And then we have that. I can make it 30. Okay, so we should be good here. Okay, so you just add the label on top here. Agent performance. Okay, so I'll bring this here. Payment revenue by payment mode. Okay, so one thing we need to bring is our filter, and this is going to be for the date. So let me go to my calendar and then select date. Okay, I don't want to show, I want to turn off the background, and then here I don't want the slicer header. Okay, now the next one is the package type. I think so, package type and status. So package type, package type. Okay, so let's format this as well. It should be a drop down. Then I can turn off the background and then push it to the top here. Then I can copy and paste it, and this is going to be for status. Okay, so I'll take out the package type and then use status here. Very good. Okay, so this page will be named overview. Now we create another page, and that is going to be booking details, or just booking. That should be fine. And then I'll bring in my background, which I've already created. So let me go to images and icons, and I have booking here. Okay, so let me now set the transparency to 0 so we can see our background images. Now, number one, I can just copy and paste what I have here. So 1, 2, 3. So I paste that here. Don't think. Okay, so for booking, I can copy it from here. For booking, I can copy it from here. Okay, so I'll just drag and drop it here. And this, we have already done it, so I'll copy and paste and show you how we can change it. I think it's here, booking. So we have completed, pending, and cancel. So let's go here. Let's just copy what we have here. Okay, so I'll copy this. First, let me see if I can. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Let's go to booking. Copy and paste. So we have 1 here. copy and paste. We have 2 here. Copy and paste. We have 3. But because I'm using different color, I think 1 should be fine, so I can copy and paste what I have here. Okay, so now completed. That's the conversion rate. So that should be completed, pending, and cancel. So here, completed. Okay, so for this, let me reduce this to be here. Okay, and I use a different color. I use different colors. Let's get it from here. Okay, so copy and paste. Let's go a bit deeper. No, that should be for GC5. Sorry. And then for GC4, I'll select the same color, come back and go to more colors, make it a bit lighter. I'll go to 3, I'll select this, come back to 8, go a bit up, go to 2, select it, come back to 8, go here, and then for 1, I'll select, come back to 8, and then go up. Very good. So that's for conversion rate. Now I can copy this, paste it here. Now it should be on the same line. Paste also, and it should be on the same line. Okay, so let's reduce this a bit, resize it. And then for this, the only thing I need to do is to go, because this is going to show the pending, I'll go back to the reference line, and here I'll select pending rate. So you can see 19. Here also I'll select cancel rate, cancellation rate. Then I'll click OK. Very good. Then this line will be blue, as well as the data label. I should have done that before changing it, before copying and pasting, but that should be fine. So here, then I'll do the same thing for this as well. Now I can copy and paste this. This is going to be pending. And then I'll paste again, and this is going to be cancelled. Okay, so we need to now show the percentage, the number rather. Sorry, we have the percentage already. So let's just show the number. So reduce this and show the number of pending booking. So if you go to pending booking, we have it here. It's just filtering the total booking by the status pending. So we have this here. So let me take this out, select pending. I'll do the same thing for completed. So completed, then I'll do the same thing for cancelled. So we have cancelled here. Okay, I'll make this template also available for those of you who want to buy, and add more features to it. So we have this now. Let's check what we have here. This is going to show the best customer, the booking by package type, and booking by membership levels. Okay, so for the best customer, let me bring this here. No, I don't need to bring anything. There's something I have to clear here. Okay, so I'll bring this here. So our customers, so I'll go and look for customers, full name, and then select revenue. Okay, so and then what we want to do, we want to focus only on the first one. So I'll go to filter, and in my filter, full name, filter type, I'll select top N. I want to select one, and I will say by revenue. No, by booking, sorry. So this should also be booking instead of revenue. So it should be bookings instead of revenue. Okay, so now I'll come back here, select full name, top one, and it's going to be by booking, apply. And then we have this. Let's quickly format it. We don't need this. We don't need the title. We don't need the y-axis title. We don't need the x-axis title as well as the value. We can show the data label for that, which is okay. Then what we do is to bring it here. It's all about formatting. Okay, so let me just use the title, even though it's taking too much space. 12. I'll just say our best customer. Okay, and here the name is not showing well, so what I need to do is to go to y-axis and then increase the maximum width. Yeah, so we can get a name. That's fine. And for the data label, I want to make it bolder. Okay, now let's use our color for when I go to bar. So we use this color rather. So we have this now showing our best customer. Let me just go to title, center it so I can bring in the image for the image I use for the best customer. So image, I use this. And we can put it here. That should be fine now. Okay, so another thing that we need to do is to, there was something that I did for the first page. Let me copy and paste this. Sorry. Booking by package type. Okay, so this is it. And here it's not revenue, it's going to be bookings. And then for this we use this color. Lighter one. Okay, so this is it. And the next one is, what did we do here? Booking by membership level. Okay, so let me bring this here. down. Going to be this. So booking by, this is not going to be customer membership level. Okay, and then the filter is still there, so I'll take it out. Then we have this down here. I'm sharing this for us to learn one or two things. It's actually not the final stuff, but I'm sure you usually pick one or two things from here. Okay, so let's use the conditional formatting for the columns. Okay, so what we do is to, do I still have this with me? So let's just go to more color, paste this, go down, and then for this I'll select the same color, come back to it and give it something lighter and click OK, and then this should be fine. I'll take out the legend. Okay, so finally we need to bring in our table, so I can just go and copy this table from here. Okay, okay, so I'll put it here, drag, come down here. Okay, so let me just take out everything that is there. Look at the spark line. Very good. So what we have here, booking ID, the customer, agent, date. So booking ID, the customer, full name, who is the agent, agent name. What do you have? Date, revenue, package. So date, booking date, revenue, package type. Okay, number, payment method, number of people, destination, status. Payment method, number of people, destination, and then we have status. Okay, so what we need to do is to show the columns. Going to be something like this for now. Okay, so we have all of them. I don't want to count the booking ID, so don't summarize. Okay, so booking ID, full name, agent, so I'll change this one to this, booking ID, customer, we have agent, we have date, we have the revenue, so I'll change this one to package, payment mode, for this, don't summarize, destination, and then we have status. Now there is something that I did for, let me change the number of people. Okay, so there is this formatting I added here. So let's go here. I'll select, go to cell element, I'll select status, I'll go to icons. Okay, and this is what I use. So if it is cancelled, if it is pending, use this, and if it is completed, use this. Let's click OK. So this is it. So let me drag this here to have enough space. Okay, so we have this ready now. There is this test search field slicer that I added. You can go to, for you to get it, sorry, let me show you. Just go to get more visuals, and then you look for the test search slicer. Okay, so I'll drag this here, resize it, turn off the background, give it the customer name, rather customer name, that's the full name. Okay, then I can make the size bigger. Okay, so here when I type, for example, Jeffy, press enter, I get all Jeffy. Okay, all bookings by Jeffy. Then I can just cancel it here. Okay, so the last thing to do is to bring in, to insert our page navigator. So let's bring that in here. Okay, so let me go to star grid layout first. I want to make it vertical. Okay, so something like this. I have this, put it on top here. Okay, so now star, if it is selected, no border, accent, the accent is going to be dark blue because we are on the blue side. So something like this, and then when it's selected, the fill color should be something brighter. No, this. Okay, so then we go to overview. So let me go and copy this. Okay, then here I'm using a different color when it is selected, and the color is this. Okay, the accent bar when it's selected will also be something darker, and then it should be 5 when selected. Then the same thing will be done for booking. Okay, so when it's selected, the accent bar should have width of 5. Okay, so this is what I had wanted to share with you. I'm sure some of us have learned some 1 or 2 things from it. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. I posted some training online just last week, and I got the first batch. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to finishing with them and then getting another batch. Okay, all the best, and remember to subscribe, like, and share. Bye for now.